talking to, college is a great place to meet women, especially as a black man.
Don't slip on like
As a black man.
it's 16 to 1, like.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you ladies don't get offended. Like we just keeping it A1. Like I ain't even gonna say nothing because I don't want to.
Needless to say though.
That is very true though. I mean, I gotta say, you know, and that goes. I might be the oldest one of the group here. It goes across age lines. Like if you have a college degree, you are a hot commodity in every respect. I mean, when it comes to the jobs, definitely when it comes to the women, because we all know the women, you know, they're saying they want more. So, you know, when you're one of those brothers,
they got the advantage. Yo.
Yeah, when you're one of those brothers with more, you would hire a man. So, yeah, that's true. That's a plus. It really is.
That's a misconception that people really need to need to understand is that not going to college, you know, you think that you might be trying to get some women, but when you're in college, you know, there's nothing that a black woman wants more than to help a brother in school.
Oh yeah. Don't make that your reason for going to college.
No.
Hey, but if it gets you through those 4 years,
But if it gets you through those 4 years,
Right.
we know.
Right.
Oh man! All right. So we already know that universities are the only ways you can increase your knowledge and get your certifications and your education. You have your technical schools. Anytime I'm a student and say you know what to do, go to the medical field. You will always have a job in the medical field. People either always doing something stupid and getting themselves hurt, being in accidents, getting sick. It always happens. As long as they're humans, you will always have a job in the medical field. What's another field that's always hot, like mechanics? Auto mechanics.
I'm gonna just toss one out here for y'all. Shouts out to all the criminals you make in the state of Georgia, the federal government. You're making them rich because you know what? You get to do 9 hours a day of hard labor and you only get paid 1 penny. You get all the books you want to read in the library. You can even jump on Facebook, on the internet in jail. So, you know, that's one career path. Oh yeah. I saw it on I shouts out to Randy Travis. So, you know what? Like, no joke. I'm for real. They laughing, but I'm telling you.
Facebook off.
Make your career as a criminal. You'll learn all types of stuff. You'll know how to be afraid at night in the jail cell. You'll learn how to run away from people with their stuff when they're shooting a gun at you. You'll learn how to break into cars. You'll learn how to cry in court. You'll know how to make your parents upset.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Wow.
being a criminal is not the way to go. It's not the way to go. I'll just let y'all know.
when keeping it real goes wrong.
This subject kind of goes back to the misconceptions just a little bit in the sense that black people, we have sometimes we have a problem or a stereotypical view of what we can do as black people, and so we don't understand that we can do whatever we want to do. You know, education helps in doing so, but you can do whatever you want to do. So you can't think that, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm a black person, so, you know, maybe I need to do something in entertainment, or maybe I need to do something with sports, or no, you can do whatever you want to do. And so once you really accept that and you really understand that, then it helps you to understand that education is not necessarily always restricted to the school setting. I mean, that's the reality. It's not always restricted to that. But if you're outside of that, don't think that you got to be playing basketball or you got to be recording music in your mom's basement. Like, it doesn't have to be like that, you know. Like you were saying, the majority of black millionaires don't have a college education, but also the majority of black millionaires are not basketball players and rappers. That's the reality. That's a misconception that they are, but they're not. Wealth in the black community is not limited to entertainment, you know. So,
you know, I mean, I think even bigger than that, the majority of millionaires, period, do not have a college education.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's just saying that the majority of millionaires have an extraordinary drive, or they have an extraordinary idea, or they have an extraordinary amount of people backing them to make them who they are. And I say extraordinary because that is not the norm. So the rest of us, what most of us fit in that rest category, the rest of us need all the tools we can get to get up the ladder.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, you cannot live your life on exceptions. You can't always say, well, so-and-so didn't do it, well, he didn't do it, but you are not them. And if you are them, you wouldn't be having that conversation because you'd already be doing something in that direction.
And then, in that same vein of what education is, we talked in the beginning of the show about what education is, and I think that it's the practical application of information that you get. So part of that process in educating yourself is to talk to people who have made it, talk to people who are quote unquote successful. And like the brother just said, you can't always rely on some exceptional story like, well, so-and-so didn't do such and such, so I can do it that way too. Well, so-and-so's story is a unique one, and it pays to educate yourself by talking to so-and-so and getting that wisdom from that person. Don't just say, well, he did such and such, so I can do it. It's not always as easy as it looks. So, dialogue like we're having now with networking, is very, 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 very important. And we're getting to this age as a society, not just as a culture, but as a society where we don't communicate with our neighbors, we don't communicate with one another, we don't really sit down and have conversations, even with people in our own families. And I think that that's where education starts. That's where your ability to even have the patience to sit in a classroom and listen to a professor talking for an hour and 30 minutes about something starts by listening to your parents. If you can't do that, you stuck in the game all types of ways. Because you ain't going to be able to listen to your boss, you can't listen to a professor, you can't listen to somebody telling you the house is on fire, you need to do such and such, you can't listen to your wife, you can't listen, period. That's where it starts. You have to, you have to sit down and be patient. Older people talk a lot about our generation, and they say that we think we know it all, but we don't listen. I hear older people say that all the time. We don't listen. So they stop talking to us because we don't even listen. So why waste time talking to people that's not even going to listen? That's the first step. No matter what you choose in terms of your education, if you want to go to a technical school, if you want to go to a 4-year college, university, it starts by just being patient, being humble, and listening and talking.
And having the goals that you need. You have to have the goals, and then once you set that goal, you have to have the drive within yourself to do what it takes to get there. No matter what, like I said, no matter what level of education, no matter what type of education, no matter where it is, you have to have the drive to make it happen. If you have the drive to make it happen, you can make it happen. It ain't going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would have it.
True enough.
I was looking at this website the other day, and it was a video of this dude. He was doing a vlog, and so he was talking about math in particular, calculus, and he was talking about
Khan Academy?
Huh?
Is it Khan Academy?
No. He was talking about calculus, and that when am I going to use this in my life? I don't need no calculus and blah 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 blah. He was talking about education in general, but he harped on that.
Okay.
And he had a tattoo on his face. I forgot what it was. It was like I think it was love and hate or something on his face, or like the theatrical smiley face and a frown or something like that he had on his face. And I'm looking at the video thinking like, so you can't, in your mind, you can't value calculus, and you can't say, when am I going to use calculus in my life? Like, when the hell are you going to need a tattoo on your face? And like, at what point in your life do you need that? You know what I'm saying? So it really goes back to like what you said, knowing what your goal is and what it takes to get there, and having the drive to say, this is what I need, this is what I stand for, this is what's important to me, these are my values, principles, and I'm not going to stop until I get there. I'm not going to be, stuck in Popeyes with a tattoo on my face in the drive-thru. You know what I'm saying? Like, with a headset on,
Yeah, and just as important as knowing what to do. Actually, though, it's just as important to know what you need to do. We've talked a lot about what you need to do to get there, but you also have to understand what you don't do to get there. What you do not put obstacles in your path.
Right.
Learn how to avoid the obstacles, because there are going to be plenty of obstacles put in front of you.
Oh yeah. Don't need to make
People that you think are your best friends, your boys, your girls, all of them, they're going to be putting obstacles in your way because they're not going to succeed.
Exactly.
So you got to learn what not to do as well as what to do. You got to have the drive. You got to do it.
I'll tell you one of those things right now. Tattoos here. That's not where it's at. I'm telling you, no. I spoke to a lot of students. I've been speaking to a lot of students lately. I still work with kids. I still work with student age children, and a lot of them say that they want to go to the military first. Want to go to the military. And some of them have a solid plan. Go to the military. Have them pay for their education, get their education, and then
if they survive the military.
if they survive, and then come out and the school is all paid for. Solid plan. I was gonna do that myself, but medically I'm not allowed to do that. But solid plan. Okay, cool. Well, some of y'all already high school have tattoos. Yeah. Tell you something. Military don't take that. Paramilitary, that's your police officers. They don't take that either.
And a lot of employers ain't gonna take that.
A lot of employers.
So you already put an obstacle up that's gonna stop you, that's gonna close a lot of doors for you before you even got the gate. Not a good idea.
Yeah, whatever amount of strikes that you think that you already have, putting tattoos on your face and stuff, that's just an additional strike. You only get 3 strikes. You starting out with 5 strikes. Like, you're doing too much already. You just have to really, it goes back to discipline.
It really does.
I saw a guy. It's actually, you can look on Google. He has the word genius tattooed on his forehead in cursive.
Is it spelled properly?
It's spelled
Oh,
correct.
okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, he's got genius on his forehead. I hope he really is a genius.
Yeah, you better back that up.
You gotta back that one up.
Yeah, you gotta back that up.
I need you solving world problems. You are wrong.
Man, that's okay. All right, that's ridiculous, man. That really is ridiculous. I might be the only person to say it. That's ridiculous. If you're watching this, that's ridiculous. That's my opinion.
On your face, put a band-aid over it. Say it's a pimple.
Something. Oh, that's some makeup. I'm sorry, I ain't gonna put some makeup. But all right. So
What's the time?
yeah, we are. Okay, that's good. Anybody have any closing statements?
You can help me